Chris, a horrendous night for you. Nothing positive came from it at all, did it? How let down do you feel by your team?
It's a very frustrating night. We couldn't have started the game any better than what we did. Had a great chance in the first few minutes of the game, and another half chance shortly after that one. But in Fulham's first major attack in the game, we find ourselves 1-0 down. We've been poor at either end. You know, we got into positions, into decent enough positions, creative positions, and are not making as much as what we need to make in that final third. But we make life hard for ourselves when we concede the goals that we have. And today's been a very, very poor game for us either end. We had periods of the game of possession, particularly being the away side, where I thought some of our possession play was very good. But it has to lead to something, and at the moment we're just nowhere near productive enough in the final third.
Which is a real worry. That's 3 times you've played Fulham over the past 2 or 3 weeks, a struggling Premier League team, and you've not beaten them once. That's got to be a worry.
It is a worry, and it's a concern, because we want to win football matches, and more than anything, we want you to stay in this cup competition. We have a support that have travelled a long way to be here. They wanted to see us going through, and we have a responsibility to the club. So that's probably the major disappointment of tonight. But as regards to the performance, as I said, there were periods of the game where I thought our football was good, but at the moment we're just not productive enough in front of goal. We're not testing the opposition goalkeepers enough, and certainly the first 2 goals I thought we conceded, I thought were poor goals.
And there seems to be a real lack of confidence as well. I mean, what can you do as the manager to turn this round?
Well, I think there was drive in the team, because I think even at 1-0 down, we kept driving to get on the ball, and that. I think we have got in this group of lads, but I think the confidence bit comes from winning games, and if we speak about confidence, it's that area that we need to improve on, which is showing that little bit of quality once we get into the areas that can hurt teams, showing that little bit of drive. Are we getting enough players into the box? Yes, we are at times, but we're not working at the opposition goalkeepers enough. As regards our work on the ball, as I said, I thought there were periods of the game where I thought we showed good quality on the ball, but at this particular moment it's not amounting to as much as what we needed to amount to.
And it's no wins in 8 now. You know what the modern game is like. Not many managers survive that, do they? Are you starting to feel now that your position is under more threat than it ever has been?
It's not something that I'm thinking about at this moment. Right at this moment, I'm angry because we've lost a game that we didn't give ourselves a big enough chance to win. We have a massive game on Saturday. You know, we are in a position in the league that if we win that, it would put us on equal points as Hull, and Hull, of course, are in 10th place at this moment. And there are teams around us that are deemed to have done well this season that are a point or 2 points above us, but we can only change that one by winning games, and we're in a downward spiral at the moment as regards results and wins that we need to get, and we need to start picking up points, and Saturday's the first opportunity we have to do that.
So to be clear, you expect to be there on the touchline on Saturday?
Yes, it's a big game for us. We're at home. Our next 2 league games are of course at home, and we need to do better than what we have been doing. Our performances, as a lot will know, particularly at home, general performances, level of performances have not been bad. But what we have got to add to that one is that clinical part that sees us scoring goals, and certainly not conceding the types of goals that we did today.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.